Hello, guys! Happy Valentine's Day and surprise! I wanted to surprise you guys with some love readings this month. And I have Venus here. Venus is in Pisces. This is the little Venus planet. I'm sure she's a lot bigger than that, but this is Venus. This is the Venus planet, and she is the goddess of love and attraction. And since she's in Pisces, I just wanted to utilize my creative energy, and I thought, why not? Why not incorporate some love readings for people? For all 12 zodiac signs, I'm going to be taking a look at our love life. I'm not sure how long these videos are going to be, but I wanted to just give you guys a little treat, a little extra video, to send out the Venus and Pisces love and to get the love spreading collectively. So I have this Venus here to help with that. And, guys, it's getting closer and closer to Pisces season, and I'm really utilizing and tapping into these collective energies. So I wanted to surprise you. I actually made my own tarot cards that I'm going to be using. I'm going to just pull a card from each tarot deck that I have because I cannot choose which one to use. So I have two regular tarot cards, two Rider-Waite tarot card decks, a deck that I haven't shown you guys yet. And then I have two oracle card decks, Wisdom of the Night and Indigo Child. So I will pull, I guess that'll be about, let's see, that'll be a total of like 5 cards, but who knows what could happen. But these I'm extra excited to show you. I made my own tarot cards, so I'm going to be pulling cards from this. I made 14 of them because, Valentine's Day is on the 14th. So I have 7 positive cards. And just to keep things balanced and fair, because some of us might be going through some hard times when it comes to love, I have 7 more negative cards. So I guess in my intro video here, I'll show them to you guys and we'll see what comes up for you individually. But we have the happiness card here. There is happiness and harmonious energy entering your love life. And I don't know, guys, I just literally wanted to make these. I just love them so much. And if you guys like these, if I get good feedback on these, then I might use these, monthly. I might keep these as a deck that I use. So I have self-love. Self-love. It is important that you take the time to heal before entering your next relationship. I have attraction. There is a magnetic attraction to taking place in your relationship. I have arguments. Communication errors take a toll on your relationship. I have friendship. Get to know each other before taking the relationship to the next level. I just think these are so cute. I made them last night. I'm just feeling so creative. I have passion. The flames of passion ignite and warm your relationship. And I'm like really excited to see how these are going to play in with my other tarot cards. Because there's always a message. Everything happens for a reason. I have heartbreak. You or a loved one is experiencing heartbreak in a relationship. I have deep conversation. There's a deep conversation that needs to take place between you and a loved one. I have secrets. Secrets play a factor in your love life. I have rekindled flame. This is a candle. You can't really see it, but a flame has been relit in your love life with someone from the past. And I have separation. You and a loved one are experiencing time apart from each other. I have twin flame soulmate. You and this person have met before in a different life. And I have third party situation. There is a third component to the relationship. And I have forgiveness. Forgiveness is needed in your relationship now and will heal your heart. So I made these out of flashcards and I just think they're so cute and they're pretty easy to shuffle. So, it works the same way. I've actually given myself a couple readings from this, but these are my love cards for you guys. Woo! Deep conversation. So yes, I will be bringing these out in my readings. And I just want to tap into that Venus energy, guys. I just wanted to do something a little special for you. And like always, I have an intro video kind of preparing you for what the reading's going to be about. But it's real light energy. I'm just going to be, giving each sign a little bit of a reading. Now, every card that comes out, I'm going to have a conversation with Spirit. Make sure that it's for love. So if the Tower card came out, it would be I would relate it to a relationship. I don't usually do that. I don't usually give love readings, but this time for Valentine's Day, I wanted to do that. Now, I don't really celebrate Valentine's Day, but you know, I love a good theme. And you know, I like to keep it cool and things like that. And this is just an idea that I came up with, guys, and I hope that, you know, you like it and that we get some good messages here. So I'm giving you all my love on this Valentine's Day with Venus and Pisces. Definitely tapping into that to send out all the emotional love and healing for anyone who is willing to receive it. So I'm really excited to give you guys these readings today, and I'm excited to see what's going on in our love lives. Some of you might not be that excited. You know, I'm not all the way excited, but, you know, I'm always accepting of a reading from Spirit. So me and Venus are here to talk to you about your love life, and I'm really excited to see what comes up, guys. So I hope you enjoy your readings, and I'm sending you all the love. Bye, guys. See you in your video. Hello, Aries. This is Pisces Priestess here. And if you don't mind, we're going to take a look at your love life today. Me and Venus are here to talk to you about that. So, we have Venus here present. Venus is in Pisces. Some of you guys might want to take a better look at Venus. We have the Venus symbol. Not sure if you can see it, but it says Venus under there. And here she is, beautiful Venus. We'll sit her right here to overlook your reading. So guys, if you watch my intro video, I'm going to be getting a card. And I'm also going to be using my tarot deck that I used. So Spirit, this is for Aries. I have all the cards that I'm going to be using right here on the desk. And so I guess we'll start here. We'll start with the regular tarot. I'm just going to shuffle. See what comes up for your love life, Aries. Oh, there you are. Okay. So, Spirit, if you would just give me 1 or 2 cards from this deck. I'd like to just get 1 card. These videos aren't going to be insanely long. Oh, okay. So, we have the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the Fool. Bottom of the deck is the King of Wands, so definitely that Aries energy going for you. Now, this is a new deck that I have not shown you guys yet. Aries, I have shown you this deck in one of your readings, so some of you might be familiar. They shuffle very, very slickly. You see that there? So it might take me, oh, okay, no. I was going to say it might take me, oh, Ace of Cups, Aries. I was going to say it might take me a little while. I did pick that up in reverse. I'm not gonna really, I don't really do reverses. Plus, I had a intuition that the Ace of Cups would come out for you, Aries. And I knew that it would come out within this deck. So, okay, let's keep on going with this. And just get your reading out. So, definitely some new love on the table for you, Aries. And it could be with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It could be with an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. It could be with a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. But, you know, guys, it's really not about the sign. It's about the way this person makes you feel. So let's get, whoa. Okay. So that was a lot of messages. We had deceit, we had playful, and conclusion. So some of you could be coming to a conclusion in your love life. Some of you could be playing around with different love options. Some of you could be letting go. But I'm going to shuffle here until we get a card that comes out. One solid card, Spirit. Tyson, quit barking in my Aries video. A lot of weird things these cards are doing. Okay, so we have fragments coming up for Aries and rigid on the bottom of the deck. So we're going to incorporate the bottom of the deck as well. I'm kind of just playing around here and just diving into the love life of Aries. So let's get a card from the Indigo Angel deck, and then we'll see what kind of messages are here for you, Aries. One card for Aries, please, for their love life messages. These are love life messages only. Oh, wow. We have Apologize coming up. And Archangel Metatron on the bottom of the deck. So a lot of interesting messages, Aries. And now we're going to get a card from a little deck that I created just for fun. Now these are very flimsy cards, so it might take me a while to get a card out of this one too, but Spirit, is there, okay, this one coming out for Aries. Oh, arguments. Now, this came up upside down, so a lot of you could be, you know, apologizing due to some sort of argument in February, or you might have that on your mind, but I'm going to leave it right side up. But when I did pick it up, it did come upside down, so that might mean that see, this card has communication errors take a toll on your relationship. So some of you could be trying to communicate a little better in your relationships, as well as the Ace of Cups that came up upside down as well. So there's some sort of new love offer in your life, Aries. We're going to put that one right in the middle there. So we have your reading. Bottom of the deck is deep conversation. So there might be some deep conversations going on in February for you, Aries. So let's take a look. Hopefully you can see this okay. And we're going to just take this one by one. So we have this chunk of cards come out for you, Aries. And we have the Fool. The Fool is another card for Aries. So the Fool card is a risk card. It's a new beginning. And I'm seeing two new beginnings on the table for you, Aries. Because we have this new love offer, this Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is also a symbol for new flowing emotion. Everything on the table, we're going to talk about love. So when it comes to love, there's a new love opportunity and a new beginning that you're taking. I believe this is starting off in February. And this is very straight to the point here. Taking a new risk, a new beginning starting with maybe an Aries for some of you, because this is another card for Aries. But I think what this is saying is that new love is coming in for Aries in February. A new love. Now see, we have these two kings here, and we have the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Oh wow, and the Queen of Swords. So a lot of kings and queens here, which makes a lot of sense for you, Aries, because you guys are the Emperor. So there is a union here as well. We have the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords in this reading. So I think that communication is very important for your guys' love life in February, and also especially communication about your future and feeling left out in the cold. Some of you could be feeling negative and hurtful, sad feelings, and you might just not know how to communicate that. But we have this Queen of Swords and this King of Swords coming up, and that's a very strong, clear communication. Some of you could be dealing with a male or female, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And we have you here hanging out right in the middle between this. So I feel that Aries is in the middle of a certain conversation. We have a lot of communication cards on the table for you. Deep conversation and arguments and apologize. So we're going to go here and see what all this means tied into your reading. So I do see an earth sign and an air sign. And I see a fire sign as well. So it depends on what you guys see here. But this Queen of Swords was at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so I mean this King of Wands was at the bottom of the deck. So we'll leave you. That's an underlying energy. So Aries, your energy is an underlying energy between this. So what we had here is the Queen of Swords, the King of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. And beneath the King of Wands was the Queen of Swords, I believe. So we'll put her back too, but I do see that a lot of you guys are with air signs, and it could be a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, or you're just with someone who communicates a lot. But these are the cards that came up for you in your reading. A new beginning in communication, and a new beginning in a grounded way. So this is grounded communication in the relationship. It's very important that you communicate in a very grounded way, and that you communicate about your finances as well, because some of you could be going through certain arguments or disagreements or just energy scattered all over the place because of some sort of financial disagreement. But as long as you communicate in a way like the King of Swords, very clear, not over emotional. So I do see that this came out right with the Fool. So there's either a new beginning with an air sign or an earth sign coming, or a new beginning in communication and finances. And this has everything to do with your relationship. So communication and finances play a direct role in your relationship right now. And there's a need to take a risk. Take a risk when it comes to communication. Take a risk when it comes to your grounded financial stability as well. You have to communicate this, especially with this new love offer. And this could just be new emotions coming in an old relationship. But here's how the cards came out for you guys. It's the King of Pentacles, King of Swords, and the Fool. And even if you're a female Aries watching, your energy is coming up very masculine. You have the King of Wands, you have the King of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. So if you are a female Aries, I would say that you have a lot of male energy around you, or you're embodying this energy yourself. You could be taking a risk in a more masculine way. Or you may have some sort of new masculine figure coming in, because we have the Ace of Cups here. And I honestly knew this card would come out for you guys. And I knew it would come out in this deck. So it's really beautiful to see this Ace of Cups coming out. This is a new emotion in the relationship, and a new beginning emotionally with a person in your life in February. Now, for this energy, we have the Fragment card. So this tells me that you're feeling a little bit all over the place, Aries. And it could have to do with this new love. You might be feeling a lot of different ways about this new love offer. You might not know exactly how to feel with all this emotion. I mean, this is just emotion pouring out in February for you. And Pisces season is coming. So we have this fragmented energy, and this Fragment card comes up for people who feel like they're in pieces. To be fragmented is to be in pieces. So pretty interesting that this energy is coming up underneath the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the Fool. So there's a new beginning that you might need to pick up the pieces, Aries, in February. Pick up the pieces and just go with it. Just jump. Just take a risk with a new person in your life. There might be a new passionate risk in a relationship, or a new risk picking up the pieces financially, picking up the pieces, picking up the words of an argument, picking up the pieces of your heart. So, you know, Aries, your energy is coming up that you're a bit fragmented, and we see this figure here in the middle of a forest. She's kind of ascending and floating to the heavens. So what comes up here is escapism. Some of you may be escaping or going ghost on a certain person. And this is the number 15 up here. So if that number means anything to you guys, in numerology, this is the number 6, because 5 and 1 is 6. So I'm seeing when it comes to your lifestyle and when it comes to your finances, you're feeling a bit all over the place. You're feeling a bit fragmented. But that's okay, Aries, because you can always pick up those pieces. And the universe is telling you with this card, the universe's message here is that you may feel a bit in pieces, but you are never in pieces when it comes to spirituality. And spirit always sees you as complete. You're always complete when it comes to a spiritual ascension. So you are whole, Aries. Even if some of you are, I'm feeling that some of you are single and you've been single for a very long time, and you're feeling really sad and broken because of that. But, you know, this new love offer is coming in, you guys. They could be here now, and you're just not really seeing it. I'm seeing that this is someone new, because we have the Fool card as well. So I'm not seeing anything about a soulmate from the past for Aries or anything like that. I'm seeing that you need to embrace this new emotion with someone. This new emotion with a lover. This is new. This is the new love card. And also, for others of you who aren't dealing with someone new, this is the need to express new emotion. I think you guys are feeling differently about things in February. A lot of new feelings because of these eclipses and because of the new moon. So, you know, this card comes up for people who have been hiding their emotion for a long time and are finally ready to express it. So express that emotion, Aries, to this earth sign, to this air sign, to this fire sign. And some of you could be dealing with someone who has earth and fire and air in their chart. Or you could have earth and fire and air in your chart. I'm not sure. And this new love could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, because this is a water sign, but it's also coming up as just new love, and it can be any zodiac sign. Some of you may have several options. You may have a fire sign and an earth sign and an air sign around you, and you have to choose between all of them. You might have all the elements, fire, water, earth, air, because they're all on the table here. But, you know, for most of you, I'm just seeing that this centered situation is arguments. So some of you are feeling pretty unhappy, and you're feeling pretty sad due to arguments of the past, arguments, disagreements, harsh words being spoken with that King of Swords. So there's a need to ground yourself with a communication, and arguments are not grounded communication, Aries. So you want to be careful there, because this is your center energy for relationships right now, is what Spirit's saying. So when it comes to any arguments in your life, it's so interesting that we have arguments and apologize. Like, that is seriously spirit saying that some of you are going to be apologizing this month, or maybe apologizing. Maybe you guys are going to receive an apology from this new love offer, okay? Because apology is coming up right underneath new love. So I'm not sure here, but this comes up when you need to set aside your differences with a person, which is, coming up with this card too. You guys might have very different lifestyles, and you just need to, you don't have to harbor any negative emotion. You just have to, agree to disagree, kind of, and just make sure you're communicating how you feel. Even if you are receiving or sending out an apology, it's not good to argue about these differences. Just communicate as clear as you can about that, Aries. But I do see an apology coming in February for you guys. Someone new may be coming in apologizing, or someone from your past. This apology could be why there's a new beginning on the table. This apology can be what sends in this new emotion and sets you on a new journey, either by yourself or with another person. But it's grounded communication either way. So grounded communication, that would be an apology, right? That would be something new coming in. This new emotional apology, healing from this apology. Now, let's take a look at the bottom of the deck just so we can see the underlying energy. So the underlying energy for this deck is the King of Wands. And I do see this as your guys' energy. This is a very strong Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. So there might be a new beginning with a fire sign. You guys might be communicating passionately. Okay, for some of you, this is just passion. This is creativity in the love life. This is, lust for some of you, but it's coming up. You guys have all kings, 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 and then you had the Queen of Swords underneath here. So you want to communicate passionately and ground and communicate in a logical way as well. Even if you're feeling emotion, you want to communicate and tap into that passionate fire energy so that you're not, participating in any harsh words, because there's an apology here. And there's a lot of arguing going on with Aries. And it might not be a real argument. There's spiritual arguments as well. Spiritual arguments are disagreeing spiritually with someone or emotionally. Something's just all over the place. These arguments might have to do with why this fragmented energy is here as well. Because fragments are in pieces. Arguments are words that are in pieces. So very interesting, Aries. Now, at the bottom of the deck for the Ace of Cups, we have the Seven of Cups. Now, the Seven of Cups is a rather confusing energy. This means that you have a lot of new offers coming in. Look at what this lady has to choose from. Take a closer look here. She has all these different cups to choose from. So let's just hold that one card up here. And at the bottom of that, we have the Knight of Wands. So this is passion coming in very quickly. But the thing about the Seven of Cups is that these cups are filled. I'm not sure if you can see that because of the glare. But they are filled with different opportunities. We have one cup with a rose in it. One cup with a chocolate piece of cake. We have a cup of youth. A cup of money. A cup of faith. But there's also a cup of poison. So this card comes up to tell you that, Aries, not every option is a good option. So this is directly coming up as an underlying energy for the Ace of Cups. So these new emotions, you could be feeling a lot of different ways in February about love. But if I were you, I would choose one of those cups there that have a flower in it, or maybe, whatever, Aries. It's up to you. But I would be careful of that poisonous cup up there at the top. Some of you have a young love offer. Maybe someone, because the cups, it says youth. It says youth on it. I'm not sure if you can see that up there, but it says youth. And then right below that, there's a cup of poison. So some of you may have a younger love interest. You might have, some of your love offers are coming true. Some of them are golden. Some of them are growing. But this literally means that you have a lot of options. This Ace of Cups is being verified by the Seven of Cups. So you could be confused about this love offer. And I do see that fragments are here. So this makes sense when it comes to fragments as well, because you're very confused emotionally about all these different love offers. This fire sign, this earth sign, this air sign, and it's just like a little overwhelming for you. But all you have to do is ground yourself, Aries, and just, no one's telling you that you have to make a decision right now. For those people that, if there's anyone like inspiring a relationship with you, and you just, you can take a moment and breathe and just, this person is literally shopping. So it's almost like when it comes to love, you guys are shopping right now. And when we're shopping, what do? We pick up the things that are appealing to us. But you ever go shopping and then you get home and that clothing article doesn't fit you, or you go home and you realize that there was a stain on the outfit that you bought, so you just want to be careful while you're shopping in the relationship department, because that literally says shop up there. So you're emotionally shopping right now. I hope that makes sense to you guys. You guys have a lot of options when it comes to love and when it comes to romance and relationships this month. So just take your time. Make sure that you're not getting conned into anything that it doesn't really suit you, that doesn't really fit you well, right? And take your time. Take your passionate time, because we have a lot of energy charging in. I think you guys want a relationship, but the problem with that is don't just settle for any old buddy, because Aries, you guys are the emperor. And you guys need a queen. You guys need a king, someone who can match your authority, right? So now we have this apologize card. Well, let's go to fragments first. Fragments. Now, fragments is being verified by the rigid card. Rigid, this is a stone cold wall that you guys have up. You see that there? This wall has been built. So some of you have really, you guys have rigid communication, I see. Do you see that number 30 up there? 30 might be a number that's special to you guys, I'm not sure. But 3 plus 0 is 3. And 3 in the universe has everything to do with communication. Communication is coming up very strongly for you, Aries. And there's these rigid communication happening. Rigid, that means cold communication, like that King of Swords. It means arguments. I mean, you literally have arguments on the table with the card that I made. So I'm seeing that a lot of you are feeling rigid and sad and lonely inside because of these arguments. Communication errors take a toll on your relationship. So there's rigid communication here. Someone's communicating with you very coldly, or you're communicating with them in a very cold way. And so you've built this stone wall up when really you want to take flight. There's this bird here. And if you're not careful, this stone wall is going to crumble down like the tower. So, you might be feeling all over the place, Aries. You might be feeling like you have this wall up. But if I were you, I would really let down that wall at some point, especially this communication wall. There's a wall between you and a lover, or you and a love interest, and it's causing you to feel rather rigid and all over the place, fragmented and rigid. So not only are you feeling all over in pieces and kind of like broken, but you're also feeling very defensive and very rigid, So, you want to be careful with this protective wall that you've built up, because you might be keeping out a very beautiful love opportunity. And this is coming up strictly for communication as well. So I'm seeing that a lot of this has to do with communication for you, Aries. And the communication is all over the place. The communication is fragmented. And that's why arguments were coming up for you as well. You could be having certain arguments about your lifestyle and about where you want to go. You could be feeling a little bit all over the place. So you're doing your best to communicate it, but it might be coming out in a kind of a cold way. So just be careful, Aries, and just spread your wings, and see what you have. Just go with the flow and just weigh out your options, But as far as this cold, fragmented, rigid energy, I really hope that some of these deep conversations are going to help with that. Now, as far as apologize, that's a very clear message. Someone is either apologizing to you this month, or you're apologizing to them. And, we literally have argument and apologize on the table. And we have Archangel Michael on the bottom of the deck, and that revealed look through the situation. So for some of you, you are looking through a situation and trying to see, this goes hand in hand. You're very confused. That 7 of Cups is very confused too. So you're just looking through the situation right now, which tells me that Aries is literally weighing out their options. You guys are feeling a little bit guarded this month. So, you want love, but you're not exactly allowing yourself to be spiritually open to it either. So you're actually shopping for a relationship, and you're just weighing out your different options, right, Aries? So Archangel Michael, or Archangel Metatron, is a Virgo card. So for some of you, there's an apology coming in from a Virgo, or from some sort of Virgo-like person. So what I mean by that is if it's not a Virgo apologizing to you, then it's someone who's very earthy, someone who's very grounded. It could be that King of Pentacles. Virgo is coming up very strongly for Aries. And some sort of earth or fire sign. Could be a Virgo with fire or earth in their chart. I'm not sure, but there's something going on here. And I really think that this is an apology from a Virgo, or maybe an apology about a Virgo. You guys could be apologizing to a Virgo for being rigid, or maybe there's a rigid Virgo in your guys' life that you really want to be with, but they're all over the place. And Virgos are very guarded people as well. So, you know, I kind of understand what's going on here. As far as the middle energy, we have arguments, and that is being clarified by deep conversation. So there is a deep conversation that needs to take place between you and a loved one. You guys, you might be communicating with a lot of different people, but Aries, it would be very wise of you to communicate deep, have a deep conversation. Would you rather argue, or would you rather have a deep conversation? The choice is yours. But I'm seeing that you are sad. You know, when I made these cards, I made sure to choose the picture very precisely. So this comes up for you being sad because of these arguments. You're sad because you're not on the same page with someone, right? So you need to have these deep conversations. Could be with a twin flame or a soulmate. And you need to have this conversation in a balanced, spiritual way. Let down that wall. If you're an Aries that needs to apologize to someone about something, then you can do so by, you know, communicating what it is that you actually feel. Whether you're communicating that you feel a lot of different ways, or that you just have more than one option, it's always better to be real. But I do see a new love on the table for you guys, and that might have something to do with why you're arguing, because maybe there's a new love and you're walking away from someone who's old. You know, you're ending a relationship and apologizing because of that, because you just feel all over the place in this relationship, and you'd rather apologize, have this deep conversation instead of an argument, express your feelings and emotions. But yeah, I'm seeing a little bit of all of that. But I would say that the center energy is arguments. So you want to be careful with how you're communicating, Aries, because we had so many communication cards. Argument, that's a communication error. There are communication errors in your relationship, and it's taking a toll on it. It's making you feel in pieces. It's making you feel confused and upset and sad, you know. And you know, some of you have this new offer, and it's confusing you as well. But you know, for those of you open for love, I would definitely take that risk, because this could be with someone who's more emotional, someone who won't argue with you, someone who you can have deep conversations with, someone who isn't rigid, someone who doesn't confuse you. Okay, so that was my cute little reading for you, Aries, for Valentine's Day, and I hope that it was helpful to you guys. I'm gonna have all my information below. These are readings that I can do anytime. I hope you enjoyed my little creative tarot cards that I made, and I hope, let me know if this related to you guys. I've never done love readings before. I don't ever do love readings, and I figured it would be something pretty cool and fun to do for Valentine's Day. So I hope you guys had a great Valentine's Day. New love coming in, Aries. A lot to do with communication, okay? So I would say that is what your reading is centered on. But you have that King of Wands. So as long as you stay on your throne and you just communicate in a passionate way, and if you take these new passionate beginnings, you take this risk, maybe start new on your own or with a new person, okay? All right, Aries, that was your love reading for February. I'll talk to you guys next time.